我们的等一下，镜头有点长。OK。
Hello, everybody. Hello, everyone. Today we will introduce our laser cutting machine and warmly welcome our boss or our friend come to Alice Live Show Time.
This is Alice. Welcome to our living room again.
Yes. Today Eric and will with my colleague Alice introduce laser cutting machine like the G series or M series or H series laser cutting machine introduced for you. So Alice, maybe we can start for our today's introduction.
Yes.
Okay, now we can see the PowerPoint. The topic today we will introduce for the laser cutting machine, and I will with Alice to introduce for this machine for you. And also you can see our materials, different materials on our table, like the aluminum or the stainless steel or the carbon steel. Yes, for the carbon steel and for the brass. And also with different thickness. Okay, Alice, do you know how to introduce the laser cutting machine for different boards?
I think first we can introduce our various types of laser machine products and then comment the machine according to the application industry and explain the strength of our factory.
Yes. For today, for the laser cutting machine, we will introduce from 3 parts.
Yeah.
Yes. The first one part we will introduce the laser cutting machine to let our boss or our friend to know what laser cutting machine we have. And the second, we will introduce the laser cutting machine application. Yes, what industry will use this machine and how to choose the right model of laser cutting machine. And the third one, we will introduce the technical processing and with our ability, like our company or our service or our shipping.
Yeah.
Yes. So let's start to introduce the. Yes, we can see from the 3 parts. Maybe today, our boss will follow us to know the laser cutting machine. So, and we also have the discount on Alibaba. Yes, we also have the discount on Alibaba. You can directly click the link, the products link, and also you can leave the message online. We can provide the right solution, and we also can answer your question online in time. So we start. Yes.
And we have many machine models such as J series, M series,
Yes.
and H series.
Yes.
So you know how to introduce the machine correctly.
Yes, I will get your mean. You means we have many laser cutting machines. Yes, like the G series or M series or H series.
Yeah.
How to choose the right solution, the right laser cutting machine to meet the technical needs.
Yeah.
Yes, and maybe again another words, or we can see the how to recommend the right machine to our boss or our friend. Yes, and the next one we will do introduction. How to choose or how to remind. Maybe we have 3 important parts of the laser cutting machine. The first one will be the material. Also, we have introduced the workpiece on the how to say on the table, like the aluminum or the stainless, and with different thickness. Yes. So the first one will to introduce how to choose the laser cutting machine, the right laser cutting machine, because the materials or thickness or size
Yeah.
And the second part, we will to show the material details.
Yeah.
Yes, to let our boss to know the G series with what laser cutting machine, and the H series with what laser cutting machine. Okay, and Aaron, do you know what materials we'll use in this laser cutting machine?
Our laser cutting machine only can cut metal, such as carbon steel, stainless steel, and copper. So, such as
Yes.
and how to choose the machine according to the metal.
Sorry. For the laser cutting machine, we sorry, we mainly use for to cut metal, and for the metal we have the stainless steel,
Yes.
and for the carbon steel, and also have the aluminum, and also have the brass. Yes, but different materials have different thickness, and for the aluminum, maybe we can to cut 0 to 10 millimeter, 0 to 10 millimeter. Maybe this workpiece we can see the thickness maybe about 10 millimeter or more than 10 millimeter. And for the stainless, we can to cut 0 to 20 millimeter. For this very thick, not too much, but for the stainless we will be cut more. And for the brass, you take the brass materials. We also can to cut 0 to 10 millimeter. Yes, and another is for the carbon steel. For the carbon steel, we can to cut more, like to 0 millimeter to 30 millimeter.
Yes.
Yes, maybe Aries can repeat for the materials and the thickness.
And such as carbon steel, our laser machine can cut 0 to 13 millimeters.
Yes,
But
0 to 30 millimeter.
yes. But to the stainless steel, our laser machine can cut 0 to 20 millimeters.
Yes, for the stainless steel is from the 0 to 20 millimeter. And for the aluminum, you know the thickness?
Yes. From 0 to 10 millimeters.
Yes, for the aluminum and the brass to cut the same thickness.
Yes.
Yes, or to cut 0 to 10 millimeter. Yes, and for the next we will to introduce for the thickness of the laser cutting machine is very important, and we will introduce for the thickness and the materials to introduce the more details to introduce later, because we have a laser power. How to choose the right laser power according to the materials and the thickness. So we will introduce later with our laser power how to choose. Yes, and now we have two videos. Maybe we can to show our boss to see the video in first.
Okay.
And now both we will to show you out the laser cutting machine, the videos working show. And for this video we can see is 10 kilometer, 10,000 watts to cut 16 millimeter. For the material is stainless steel. You can see the working shoe. Yes, and we also have different videos in our company. So if you need more videos to see the laser cutting machine working or details, you can contact us. We can to send you in time and send you on Alibaba platform or any ways you need. And we can to see next videos. And for these videos, also the laser, also same laser power, 10,000 vast, but for the cut it's not the same materials. This materials is the carbon steel, and to cut the thickness is more than the before video show. This thickness about 30 millimeter, and for the carbon steel, you can see the workpiece. You can see the finished workpiece is very large for the thickness. And don't forget, today we have the discount for the Alibaba order. So if any need, you can directly to click the link of the laser cutting machine, and we have the specific salesman to contact you in time. And Alice, maybe we can continue to introduce the laser cutting machine. Yes. For the third one, we will to introduce the size. Yes.
The size of laser by the number of work tables.
Yes, for the size is designed to the laser cutting machine work tables, the numbers, the quantity.
Yes.
Yes, for the size, the popular one, the standard one, basic one, wholesale. Maybe we can see the wholesale one, popular one, is for the 3 meter by 1.5 meter.
Yes.
Yes. And now we will to introduce for the laser cutting machine the details, and the first one and the important one.
Yes.
And also in other words is the wholesale or popular one. We will to introduce our the basic model.
Yes.
Yes. For this model is the SEL. Yeah.
1315G.
Yes. 3015G various laser cutting machines, and we can see from the PowerPoint. You can see this photo, and for the work table, and for the
Laser height.
yes laser height, and with the beam, and also the control panel. And from the different side to see the laser cutting machine, and for the SEL 3015G zero seat model, and from here we can see the control system. For the control system, we will introduce little more clearly, and from now we can see the machine in advance, and with the work table. And from here we can see from the in front to see the laser cutting machine, and the laser head will be more clear to see. And for the photos, if you need more to see the machine details or to see the machine, and please contact us, and we will to introduce more details to let you know. Yes, we also have videos to show. From the videos, we introduce our laser cutting machine SEL 3050G, this model machine, and we can see the videos to show the different side to see our laser cutting machine. We can see the laser height, and we can see the control panel. Yes, we can see the control panel, the how to input the date, and how to working.
With our laser height.
And now the laser height to cut carbon steel, and the thickness about I think about the thickness about 10 millimeter. And from now the thickness will be thick, about 6 millimeter.
Yes.
And to cut the brass may be, I think, only 3 millimeter. Yes, you can see the carbon steel just to cut, and this is the finished workpiece. We can see the carbon steel about the 5 millimeter. Also to cut the carbon steel, and for now is the brass. For now is the brass. Also the carbon steel but with different thickness. And now also is the brass. We can see the yellow materials. And to show the finished products, we can see this. Like like a flower and dragon and the airplane. We can see the finished brass made by our laser cutting machine. Yes, for this airplane is for the carbon steel.
Yes.
Yes, for the carbon steel, and the thickness about 2 mm. The thickness about 2 mm. We can see. Yes, about 2 mm. And for the finished products of the airplane, we can see here can rotary.
No.
Yes, can rotary. And we also can see the wheels also can moving. Yes, the wheels also can moving. Yes, very have the high precision. Yes, also can moving. Yes, we can see it. Maybe we continue. And from this photo, we can see the laser cutting machine, the work table more clear, and with the beam and the laser height and the work table. And from this picture, we can see the behind the laser cutting machine. And from here is the purchasing system. Yes. For this system, we will introduce later more details more clearly. And now we can to see the laser cutting machine SEL 3015G, this model. Yes, for the laser cutting machine, we have more videos to show you. So if any need, please contact us. Yes, for this is working now with use the laser height. Yes, and to cut very fastly, and we can see the face. Yes, face like the single face, very small and with the thickness very thick, about 1 mm. But to cut the smaller one.
Yeah.
Yes, and with the high precision to cut.
Yeah.
Yes. And now is our the laser cutting machine in our plant.
Yeah. And our SAR 1315G is the most basic series, but it can only be cut flat. And no protective cover.
Yes,
Yeah.
Alice told you the SEL G series, the laser cutting machines, only can cut the plate, cannot to cut pipe or tubes, only to cut the plate because it's a basic one.
Yeah.
Yes, and this model without the cover, in other words, we also can see the metal sheet cover.
Yes.
The protective, and for the H series will have the cover.
Yes.
Yes, metal sheet protective. And if you need more details, we will to send you. Please contact us. And for the H series, the laser cutting machine, we will to introduce later. And now we also can see the color. Like you can see the last one we to introduce for the yellow color.
Yeah.
But now we introduce for the blue color.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Alice, for the color we to how to conform it, because maybe some boys to see I like the blue color, and others see I like the yellow color. So what color is your how to choose it, or is can choose one?
The color of our machine can be selected according to customer requirements, such as blue and yellow. But if the customer have no requirements, the pigment will be sprayed according to the exciting pigment situation of the factory.
Yes. So for the color, we can choose one.
Yes.
Yes, and if you any needs, maybe you can see you need the blue or you need the yellow, or you need any other color, you can let me know in advance so that we can tune in from our production department so that they can to painting the right color to you. And if you not have the requirements, the production director will to choose the right one according to the actual situation. Yes, to give you the right color for you. This is not an important thing, but I also to let our boss to know what color you can to choose or what thing we can do for you. Yes. And also show the different color. Yes. For the blue color, we can to see the laser cutting machine with the G series. And from here, we can see the work table of the blue color laser cutting machine. Yes, on the assembly zoo. This is the laser cutting machine are in the assembly zoo now in factory. Yes, we can see the SCL 3015 G series in our customer plant. Yes, from this laser cutting machine in our Canada. Yes, in our Canada plant, use it to cut the plate. And we show the details about the G series. For example, we just to use an example because we have different size of the G series. For the 3015 G series, is the basic model. Yes, so we take this model to show our boss to let our boss to know. And for the working area, we also, in other words, to show the working table size. Yes, for the size of the working table, about the 3 meter by 1.5 meter. Yes, for the travel, Alice, maybe do you know the XYZ, the 3 travel?
The travel of XYZ is 3,000 and by 15 by 1,500 and by 112 millimeters.
Yes, for the different travel, like the X travel, the X travel is for the 3,000 millimeter, and for the Y travel, for the Y stroke, about the 1,500 millimeter, and for the D travel, D stroke, about 120 millimeter. Yes, and about the important thing for the accuracy. Yes, for the positioning accuracy of the X and Y axis, the two axes, for the accuracy about 0.05 millimeter per meter. Yes, and for the repeat positioning accuracy of the two travel, also about the 0.02 millimeter per meter. And for the Alice, do you know the this is the basic model. This is the SEL 3015 G series this model. The cutting speed, max cutting speed, max.
Our basic model, the speed is 20. Speed is 18 meters per meter.
Yes, for the laser cutting machine, the max speed is about 8. Yes, 8 meter per minute. 8 meter per minute. And for the weight, because for the weight and the mirror, for the weight and the machine size, like the demeanor is a very very important thing of the shipping. Yes, so the customer will to ask how size or what weight of your basic like this model.
Yes, our basic model, the weight is 2,000 2,200 kilogram, and for the dimension is 4,600 by 2,516 and 176 millimeters.
For the weight, we can to repeat to other balls. For the basic model, like the SEL 3015G series, this model for the weight about 2,200.
Yeah.
Yes, and for the machine size, like the mirror, the size about 4,600 millimeter by 2,460 millimeter. Also by the height, also to by the 1,360 millimeter, 1,360 millimeter. And for the lead power, the G series
Can choose 1 kilowatt and 2 kilowatt or 3 kilowatt.
yes, for the leader power to the basic model like the SEL 3015G series, this model can equip with 1,000 watts, 2,000 watts, and 3,000 watts. Yes. And now is our the SEL 3015G series, the models.
Yes.
Yes, and for the models, how to say the machine bed, the laser cutting machine bed, we also made by ourselves because our factory has the machining equipment in our machining workshop. So we have our own factory to machining it, not we buy from other factories or how to say. We are the real factory to machining to make the laser cutting machine.
Yes.
Yes, that is a very important thing to how to say to ensure the quality of the laser cutting machine, because if there is no treatment or no treatment meaning or grinding or short blasting or the sanding and other treatment at
600
yes.
degrees centigrade.
Yes, the quality of the machine is very how to say very different.
Yes.
Absolutely very different, and there may be no problem in the first year, or maybe there is no problem maybe for the first year or maybe for the 6 months, because you use it for the how to say for the first years maybe have no problem, but maybe after 1 year or after 6 months or 12 months, will have some problem to happen.
Yes.
Yes. So and for the accuracy maybe
Reduced.
yes maybe reduced. So
speed will decrease.
yes, so the how to say the machining process is very important for laser cutting machine. You also can see this photo is our to take an example. If not have the treatment like the milling, grinding, or short blasting or other treatment processing. Yes, the machine will unstable. Then the workpiece will to have the ripples. So maybe if you have this problem, maybe you have to processing or machining by the second processing. Maybe you also need the other machine to deal with it. Maybe you also need a CNC gauge milling to milling it.
Yes.
Yes. And now we can to show the details of the G series. Yes, this model. This for the machine details is the gold. We also can see this is a transmission. And from here we can see the transmission also with the cover, because when the laser cutting machine working, because the laser cutting machine to cut metal these materials, and we'll have the metal chips. Yes, when like the laser cutting machine to do these materials. Yes, the metal chips will be out, or we can see that everywhere, and maybe to cut in the transmission. If not, have the cover will be easy to broken.
Yes.
Yes, and if have the cover will be protect the transmission to use it. Will have the long useful life.
Yes.
And for the control panel,
Yes.
yes, for the control panel, do you know what brand we is our the standard one?
Our standard one is use safe cut.
Yes, for our the leader cutting machine with the side cut.
Yeah.
This control panel, and for the control panel is very popular, and also is our standard brand control panel in the of the leader cutting machine. And for the control panel, also controls different brand, but for the how to say in the laser cutting machine industry, for this control panel is very popular, and how to say have a good feedback from our company, from our clients. So that's we recommend it for you.
And this is our lead bed. Peak widening bed and wider by process widening process.
Yes.
Treatments annealing. And to reduce the internal stress and deformation.
Yes, we can see this photo. You can see the laser cutting machine bed of this basic model.
Yes.
SEL 3015 G series. Also for the G series, for the this bed, we also do pipe welding for the bed, widened by the this welding process with high precision and high efficiency, and the machine body will be very stable. And this is a list bed shoe. You can see the list bed details. And this our the machining list bed, and list bed we made by ourselves, not let this processing to other factories, because this is a very important thing to control the machine quality, like the machine how to say, like the machine stable.
Yes.
And from now we can see this picture. You can see now have the tracking number. Yes, for the tracking number is a very important thing of our laser cutting machine, because everyone, for example, to our people to see, everyone have the ID. Yes, and for the machine also have the tracking number to tracking this machine. For example, if our company, if our customers buy our laser cutting machine, maybe he use after 3 years or 4 years, maybe have some problems. Need our to provide to service for him. So he just to contact us to let us to know what the tracking number of their laser cutting machine. We will to provide the solution to him in time, because we have the more than 30 engineers online to solve the problems to our clients. So if every boss have any questions, you can contact us. We will to introduce to let you know how to solve it in time. And if you want to know about our the service, we will to introduce later. Yes.
Okay, everyone, if you are interested in this product, please click our link or post a comment in the link room.
Yes.
And we will provide you with both.
Yes, and for now, very how to say very thanks so much for our boss to pay attention to our lecture time and to let Aaron and Alice to introduce our leader cutting machine to you. So very thanks so much.
Yeah.
Yes, and maybe we can continue with Alice. For the leader cutting machine also have a very important part.
Is our leader height.
Yes, for the leader height. And for the leader height, we have our own research and design center. We also made by it by ourselves. Yes, for this leader height is a very important part to leader cutting machine, because if without the leader height, the leader cutting machine cannot working. Yes. And for the leader height, we also have four
advantages.
Advantages. Do you know for the advantages?
Yes. The first one is the autofocus, and the second is water cooling.
Yes, for the leader height, the first one is for the autofocus. How to see? To see here. If the leader cutting machine to cut here, maybe to cut here, then he will to move it. So if to cut to other place, he will to cut. The leader height has the autofocus. He can automatic by themselves itself. So it has the autofocus will be have the high precision. And for the second one, the advantage for the leader height have the water cooling. Yes, for the laser cutting machine, the working will have the fire and smoke. Yes, for the water cooling is very important thing to ensure the tools, the laser cutting machine, the laser has the tools to ensure the using life. And for the second advantage is the repeat lighting cutting, and for the last one is the shining cutting technology. Yes, we can see the materials, the cutting materials also have the shining. And we also have a video to show force to see it. Yes, we can see this video of the laser head to working. We can see the speed very fast because the material, the thickness very thick. Yes, for the laser head, we have to show our growth, and for the laser head, we can see the extra photo. You can see the real photo on our laser head, not only the laser head to show you. You can see the machine with the laser head. From here is also a video, right? Yes, we also can show the videos to show our friends to know what laser head we have used it in the laser cutting machine. And from here we can see the laser head working. And for the for the materials is for the stainless steel and the thickness only 1 millimeter. So for the laser height, the speed very fast. And now we continue to see our the laser height. We can see here is our laser height. From here, the laser height the details, and also have a video to show you. Will be more easy to let our boss to know the laser height working and what laser height we have. Yes, we can see here the laser cutting machine SEL 3015G series. This model with the 3000 watts and to cut 8 millimeter carbon steel. for the carbon steel and to cut the 8 millimeter.
Yes.
Yes.
If you are interested in this leaderhead, please click our link. Okay, thank you.
Yes, we will to introduce more and to solve your questions in time.
Yeah.
And we have talked, Alice, we have talked about the laser height.
Yeah.
Yes, and for the laser source, do you know it?
Yes.
Yes, for the laser height, we have to see is an important thing of laser cutting machine. But for the laser height, laser source, because the laser cutting machine with different laser source.
Yes. Laser source is a very important part to product laser to work, and we have two brands such as Recurve or IPG.
For the laser source, in other words, we have 3 brands, not only 2 brands.
Oh.
Yes, we have 3 brands. The first one is the standard one.
Yeah.
Yes, our standard one is Recourse. Yes, and for other brand, we also have the IPG.
Yeah.
And the third one, we have the Max, the brand. So if any other requirements, so maybe our boss to let Aaron to know. No, Aaron, I don't need the standard one. I don't need the Recourse. I need the IPG. Okay, no problem. We can do equip it for him. But to be honest, both the cost will be different. So if you need, we can do for you. But anything I need to let you know in advance.
Yeah.
This our the standard one,
Yeah.
Recourse, and this Recourse with 4,000 watts.
Yeah.
Yes, and for the Recourse is large one.
Yes.
Yes,
Very
for the
large.
last one. The last one we also can do the 12,000 watts. And from here we can see the photos is our RPG laser source. For the laser source we can do for you. And others we also can do the Max,
Yeah.
this brand for our boss.
This is our is very important part and that's directly mounted on the bed. Avoid shaking.
Yes, for the work table,
Yeah.
for the laser cutting machine work table, different without the other the CNC machines. The work table is very different. For the laser cutting machine work table is knife directly
Yeah.
mounted on the bed and to avoid the shaking.
Yes.
Yes. And we also to show the more details to our the work table.
Yeah.
Yes. And the installation of the cut blade. Yes. To cut blade dislocation, insertion, and not easy to lose and fall off. Very very stable.
Yeah.
Yes. Because when the working like the working table
Yeah.
and the laser height.
Yeah.
Yes. And when we put the workpiece on the work table, then we to cut the materials, and the materials may be very heavy,
Yeah.
or the size very big, and this work table will be very stable to ensure the cutting accuracy.
We have video.
Now we can to show the videos to show the laser cutting machine with our this bed. Yes, we can see the bed more details, and we can see the products after laser cutting. And then we can to see the whole work table, the details, the structure. Yes, the structure for the of the work table optimization and the perfect of the work table bed. And now it's more details of the work table and the structure. And now we can to show the laser cutting machine, the beam. Yes, for the beam is also the welded at least.
Yeah.
Welded or cutting.
Yeah.
Yes, what me?
Our steel beam, integrate die cutting beam and high precision, not easy to deform and had long life.
Yes, for the stable beam, for the laser cutting machine, the beam is all made by the die casting, not weld. You know?
Oh,
Yes.
yes.
For the work table is pipe weld, but for the beam is die casting, whole die casting, not weld.
Yeah.
Yes. So for the boards, we know the cutting is a very important part to the machining or technical processing. And for the casting beam, we will have the high precision, not easy to deform, to ensure the long time to use it.
Yeah.
And we can see the stable beam. We can see the details. We have more photos of the laser cutting machine details. So please contact us or directly to click the link. We will to send you the photos and videos to let you know more.
Our print system exhaust outlet.
Yes, for the laser cutting machine.
Yeah.
Yes, we also have the porting system.
Yeah.
Yes, when the laser cutting machine, how to say, when the laser cutting machine working, will have some fire and smoke.
Yes.
Yes, very
Means is smoke and at this time the chin system will stop the smoke and away from below to reduce the harm to human body.
Yes, how to say is not an important thing because for the porting system, he can let the smoke or other things to clean.
Yeah.
So will be more easy to control and more easy for the staff to control to see the real working situation.
Yes.
Yes, and he will to according to the working processing to control the products.
Yes.
Yes, and also in other words, we also can to see to protect the staff the life.
Yes.
Yes, and this is the purchasing system show the details and the next machine.
Yeah.
We will to introduce the H series.
Yeah.
Yes, we have introduced for the G series our basic standard machine.
Yeah.
Yes, and we will to introduce for our the specific like the H series machine to let our boss to know the difference.
Yes.
Yes, maybe we can to see the video first. For the machine, the H series machine is very important for the large power.
Yes.
Yes, because for the G series, like the 3015G big model, only can equip with up to 3000 watts. But for the H series, will can equip with the large power.
Yeah.
Yes, we can see the videos, the travel. The beam can travel, the laser height can travel. The beam also can back and back and forward. Yes, and we can see the control panel. The staff to input the date in the panel, and the machine will be working according to the input date.
Yeah.
Yes, for now is the laser cutting machine to cut for maybe I think 30 millimeter for the stainless steel now to cut the 30 millimeter for stainless steel now. Yes, we can see this for the stainless. For the how to say for the workpiece on our table, not like the such thickness. And for now, we also have the brass is 20 millimeter. Same with the workpiece shoe on videos.
Yes.
Yes, and now for the aluminum is here also the aluminum, and for the thickness, the video to show you about 40 millimeter. But now I think this workpiece of the aluminum only 20 millimeter.
Yes.
Yes, we can see the brass same with the video shoe, same workpiece, same workpiece, because same thickness and same materials for the aluminum. Yes, for the aluminum. Video to show the 60,
Yes.
but now we show the 25.
Yes.
And now we can see the more details of the H series. For the H series, we can see the how to say, we can see the details of the protective. Yes, for the H series compared with the G series, we can see the more directly the difference is with the metal sheet,
Yes.
the protective, the cover, and for the electrical cabinet is independent,
Yes.
not with the machine together. Yes, and for the H series, this model have the exchange table.
Yes.
Yes, for the G series, only one table cannot exchange, but for the H series can exchange, have the exchange table, because this work table and this work table can exchange.
Yes.
Yes. And for the laser cutting machine to cut the very large thickness, for now it's cutting the 30 millimeter stainless steel.
Yes.
Yes. And maybe we will to continue. For the videos, we can to send to our friends or our boss later. If they need it. If you need both, you can contact us. We will to send you in time. And for now, we can see the exchange table. Yes, for the exchange table. And for here, we can see the real one.
Yes.
Yes, in the prompt. We can see the H series have the
Protect tower
yes.
and the exchange worker table. Okay.
For the H series, we also to show the details of
Yes.
the specific clearance. Yes. For the working table, the size about 3 meter.
Yeah.
Yes, also same by the G series, but G series only one. And for the H series have the exchange table.
Yes. About the H series working air, the size is 3,000 by 1,500
Yes.
millimeters.
Yes, for the working table size and for the travel and for the accuracy, we can see is the same.
Yeah.
Same with G series, but for the shipping,
Yes.
for the speed,
For speed.
yes, the two paths is different.
Yes.
Yes, for the max speed of the H series,
It's 106 meters per minute.
yes, for the max speed of each series, the
Yes.
standard one, each
Yes.
series is about 160 meter per minute.
Yes.
And for the lead power, also can equip with different 1000 watts.
Yes.
Yes. So and for the shipping is an important thing for our boss to deliver the machines.
Yeah.
So for the weight about of the H series, the standard one, the 30, 15 H series, this model, the weight about 8,000. 8,000, and for the machine size, about the division, about 8,009 millimeter, 900 millimeter
Yeah.
per by the width, the length and width, the length with width with height, about the 8,900 millimeter
Yeah.
by 3,700 millimeter, and by 2,500 millimeter. Yes.
Okay, if you are interested in this product and please click our link or post a comment in the lab room.
Yes. Yes, and now we will show the machine in the plant and in the our assembly zoo.
Yeah.
Yes, to show the photos, and we can see the each series, the how to see the beautiful one in our showroom to show the laser cutting machine, each series, the details, because for how to see this year not last year and this year not a good situation because for the corona.
Yeah.
Yes, so not have the how to say, not have the friends or works from the overseas, from abroad.
Yeah.
Yes, only China customer to see the to come to the showroom to see our laser cutting machine now.
Yes.
Maybe the situation will fast, and maybe every boss can come to China to see our factory, to see our room show in time, in the how to say, as soon as possible.
Yes.
Yes. We also hope the situation goes very fast. Yes, for here is the laser cutting machine in our customer plant have using in their production. We can see the details, the lead height, the camera, and the control panel. And we also do the comparison between the G series and the H series. Also take the example, use the 3050.
Yes.
Yes, to see the difference of the G series and the H series. So Alice, for the structure, what's different with the G series and the H series?
And for the structure, the G series open type without protection cover, and for the H series, it can has the protection cover and surrounded type.
Yes, for the G series and H series, the structure we can to see directly to see the difference. The first one for the G series is for the open type without the protective the cover metal sheet cover, and for the H series we can see the surrounding type.
Yeah.
With the metal sheet power with the protective. Yes, and for the work table is G series is single work table, only one, and for the H series have the exchange table.
Yeah.
From here is not the double. We cannot see is a double table. We only can see H series with the exchange table.
Yeah.
And for the bed, we have introduced the bed for the G series. The machine bed is a pipe welding bed.
Yeah.
Generally choose this model for power below.
Yeah.
Yes, for here is an important thing. For this bed of the G series, the pipe welded power. General choose this model for power below 3,000 watts.
Yeah.
So if your thickness, the material, the thickness very large, maybe you need to choose H series.
Yeah.
Because for the H series, the thicker bed is more stable and suitable for demand the laser power over 3,000 watts. And for the cutting speed, also different with the G series and the H series. For the G series, the cutting speed normally speed about 8 meter per minute. But for the H series, we have the faster than G series.
Yes.
About for the 1060 meter per minute.
Yes.
Yes. And for the G series and H series, we have do the simple introduce to our boards. Maybe our boards have the little or have more.
Yeah.
According to our boards, if you contact us, you will to have more videos and photos
Yeah.
and more solution to let you know. So the next we will to introduce different models to our boards.
Yeah.
Maybe for this will be simple to introduce for you because today I want to let our boards to know what machine we do for them.
Yes.
Yes, for the M series, we also have the function, different function. Because for the G series and H series, only can do plate.
Yes.
Yes, but for the M series, we have add one function to cut the pipe or tubes.
Yes.
And we can see the M series, the laser cutting machine in the plant.
Yes.
Yes, we can see it. For the M series, the work table also is a single work table, and but it different for the have the function to cut pipe or tube. Yes, and for the cabinet, electrical cabinet is independent.
Yes.
And now have the AM series.
Yes.
For the AM series, we can see it's different with the M series.
Yes.
Yes. For the AM series, the table different because have the exchange table.
Yes.
And for now, we can to show the AM series laser cutting machine. We can see the moving, the beam, the laser height, and the work table. And we also can see the pipe, the to cut pipe function. And now the date, to input the date, the laser height will to cut the tubes. And we can see the pipe or tubes can rotary by themselves because have the chuck with the rotary function. Very have the high precision, and we can see the laser height to cut different materials with different thickness. For now, is to cut the carbon steel. For the thickness about 5 millimeter or 6 millimeter. For now, is for the brass. You can see the brass and also the carbon steel. Yes, also carbon steel. For the products workpiece shoe. The stainless steel for the stainless carbon steel no. Brass and the stainless steel for the tubes. We can see the tubes also to cut by the AM series. Yes. For also the stainless steel.
Yes.
We can see the exchange work table, more details, more clear.
Yes.
Yes. And we can see the tubes like this, but for the materials is different. From the video is a carbon steel, but now it's for the stainless steel and with different thickness. For here, the carbon steel is for the 3 millimeter, but now for the stainless steel maybe only 1 millimeter.
Yeah.
Yes, not over 2 millimeter. Yes. And we can see the workpiece can rotary by themselves. No need the staff to rotary by the menu. Yes, the function, the tube cutting function have the chuck can do the clapping and can do rotary by automatic.
Yes.
Yes. and we can see the leader cutting to cut now, and we can see the leader head very easy to cut the tubes.
Yes.
And maybe we can show next. And now for the EM series, this is the leader cutting machine. They can cut the tubes. And now this the leader cutting machine is in our Italy customer plant to show the details. And also the leader cutting machine to show. For the laser cutting machine, the details we can see here. We can see here. This photo is for the to cut tubes. This position we can see the ruler. And from here we will to introduce for the HM series the laser cutting machine.
Yeah.
And for the HM series, this the laser cutting machine have the different difference with HM or HM with EM series. For here it will have the protective and we can see here the door can open very easy to see, and for the staff very easy to see the working situation and to control the processing progress. And for now we can see the workpiece is a carbon steel with 20 millimeter. And for now also to cut the brass. And now is for to the pipe. Yes, for the pipe and the tube, the square tube. For now doing the carbon steel, we can see the finished products, the tubes, the carbon steel. Also the stainless steel with different thickness. And we continue. For the HM series laser cutter, not only to cut plate, also can cut tube or pipes.
And have two exchange tables.
Yes, to exchange and has exchange table, not to see two work table.
Yeah.
Yes, and also have the protect cover metal sheet. And for here is our specialized the laser cutting machine in our assembly workshop. We can see the cut pipe, this position, this work table, not the cover now. And we can see here the work table. From here we can see the finished laser cutting machine, the HM series laser cutting machine. And from the behind we can see the work table and we can see the cut pipe position, this table. And for the chuck we can see more easy. And for the pipe, for the tubes we need to chuck. We need a chuck to clapping and can rotary by themselves. It's automatic, not manual. And for now have the pipe. We also to code this machine is a high speed. Yes, high speed tube laser cutting machine. And for this model is for the SEL60 and 15T. This model, this high speed pipe or tube laser cutting machine. We also have a video to show. And for now we can see the high-speed laser cutting machine for tubes. And for this laser cutting machine is all made by ourselves, because we have this technology. We do this by ourselves. And you can see the chuck and the collective. The chuck can rotary by automatic by themselves. No need to manual. And we can see this tube, this pipe with stainless steel, and the cutting speed can up to 8 meters per minute. we can see the cutting details, the cutting speed. Yes, the automatic pipe clapping. Yes, we can see loose and two clapping by themselves, automatic. And short-list tube materials up to 20 millimeter.
Yeah.
Yeah, to save the materials, we can how to see the materials this year is very important because the price increasing every day.
Yeah.
Like for the steel, for the cup, for the iron, for the brass, for the aluminum, the
Yeah.
price in the market increase every day. So maybe we can to save the materials. And for the smoother cutting surface, we can to see the working shoe. And for the finished products,
Yes.
yes. And we can continue to introduce for the tube leader cutting machine. And for the tube leader cutting machine, maybe we can to introduce my colleague James to introduce more details to let our boss know.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks Alice to show the G series, H series for our customers. And now we will to introduce the more cutting machines to let James, my colleague, to let our boss know.
Okay.
Okay, for the laser cutting machine, the tube of the pipe, the high speed laser cutting machines to fold the pipe and the tube to let James to introduce for every boss. Maybe James can say hello to every boss.
Yes, hello everyone. This is James. Very glad to introduce our next tube laser cutting machine to our friends. The tube laser cutting machine uses heavy duty hand mechanical and strength. For the machine body hand strength, machine tool adopts 600 temper thrice life annealing treatment, which has strong rigidity of machine frame. The overall mechanical structure keeps small deformation. Yes.
Yes, and
Look.
have the high precision.
Yes.
And we also have a video to show our boss to see the high speed pipe laser cutting machine.
Yes.
And for the videos, we have more of the laser cutting machine, like for the pipe, for the tube.
Yes.
Yes, maybe our boss contact us. We will to send you and to solve your technical questions to let you know.
Yes.
And for the tube laser cutting machine, our laser cutting machine also have the pipe cutting system.
Yes.
Yes, pipe automatic. We have to shoot the automatic clapping chart.
Yes.
Yes, for the pipe, for the tube. So if any questions, maybe both can contact us.
Yes.
Yes, and for the cutting machine, we will be how to say, will be ensure the cutting accuracy.
Yes. Our tube laser cutting machine with the professional pipe cutting system and pipe automatic alignment and eccentric compensation ensure cutting accuracy. Common cutting function reduce supplies materials, save production cost, corner cutting technology, corner burning, border section quality.
And for the high speed
Yes.
laser cutting pipe or tubes laser cutting machines, we have the more details, but not a popular thing.
Yes.
Is popular or we can see the how to say. Today we will to introduce the G series or H series only to cut the list.
Yes.
But we also to let our boss to know what machine we have. We also have the laser cutting machine to cut pipe or tubes.
Yes.
So from here we know to introduce this machine not clearly.
Yes.
And if any boss have the pipe or tubes needed to cut, you can contact us. We will to let you know more details.
Yes.
Yes, and now we will to introduce for the lead power.
Yeah.
Yes, how to choose the right lead power of your technical processing.
Maybe for example, if our friends have a workpiece is carbon steel and the thickness is like 10 millimeter, it could choose the 1000 watts.
Yes, but to be honest, in 10 millimeter,
Yes.
we also can to remind our boss to use the 1500 watts.
Yes.
Because for the 10 or 12 the thickness millimeter
Yes.
will be up to the limit cut.
Yes.
Will be not how to say the appearance not good for to cut. Maybe for the 1500 watts will be more okay or right or how to say or have good appearance for your technical processing.
Yes.
Yes, we can to show the different materials and to show the different thickness with different speed. Because for the like for the 1000 watts for to cut carbon steel, if your carbon steel thickness about 1 millimeter, the speed will up to 15 meter per minute. But if your thickness about 12 millimeter, the laser cutting machine speed only can do 0.6 meter per minute. When the laser cutting machine to cut 12 millimeter will to up to the limit cut. So we not recommended you to cut to use a laser cutting machine to cut the limit cutter. We also to recommend it to use the large laser power to cut your technical processing.
Yes. This video showed the 3015 G series 1000 watts to cutting 10 millimeter carbon steel.
Yes, to cut the carbon steel and the thickness about 10 millimeter. And for the laser cutting machine use 1000 watts.
Yes.
And we also can see the work table. The behind have the pushing system. The smoke or the fire will be very easy to clean it. And we can see the working from the videos more easy to control the working situation.
Yes.
And we also can see the workpiece.
Yes, like this.
Same. It's same workpiece through.
Yes.
And for the laser height. And maybe we can to see another videos.
Yes. Like another stainless steels.
Yes.
If our friends have these materials and like the thickness is 4 millimeter or 5 millimeter.
It's a limit cutter.
Yes, could choose to 1000 watts.
For the limit cut, we not to recommend it to use the standard one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Uh,
For the 1000 watts, like for the stainless steel, we need to cut stainless steel.
yes.
If the workpiece is 1 millimeter, we can to recommend it for our boards to use 1000 watts because the cutting speed about we can see about the 17 meter per minute. But if your workpiece or if our boards the workpiece the stainless steel up to 4 or 5 millimeter. We can see the speed only about when the thickness about 4. We can recommend it for use the 1000 watts.
Yeah.
But for the 5 millimeter thickness for the stainless steel, the speed only 0.6 to 0.8 meter per minute.
Yeah.
We not recommended boards to use 1000 watts because it's a limit cutter for the working. Not good for your technical processing. Maybe you can choose a higher leader power like the 1500 watts or we can to say 2000 watts will be more stable for your technical processing.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Like this video shows the 3015 J series 1000 watts to cut 6 millimeter stainless steel.
Yes, for here is a limit cut shoe.
Yes.
Yes, not the standard cutter. For the 1000 watts to cut 6 millimeter stainless steel, this video is a limit shoe, not a standard working. And if you have the high thicker, like the 6 or 5 millimeter of thickness, you can do this. Use the 1000 watts laser cutting machine to do once or twice or maybe not efficiency.
Yes. Another materials is aluminum. Yes.
Yes, for the aluminum.
We can see the 3015 J series 1000 watts to cut 1.5 millimeter aluminum plate. Yes.
Very clean. We can
Yes.
see the wood is very clean. And now we can to show the different watts with different materials and different thickness, different speed.
Yes.
Yes, for the 2000 watts, like for the carbon steel, if your piece only 1 millimeter, the speed will up to 28
Yes.
meter per minute. But if your workpiece about maybe 16 millimeter or 18 millimeter, the speed will be very low.
Yes.
Yes, if your workpiece about 18 millimeter, your speed, the laser cutting machine, the speed only 0.6 to 0.8 meter per minute, very low than the 1 meter thickness or 2 meter thickness. And if your material is stainless steel, and for the speed and for the thickness also different. If your workpiece stainless only 1 millimeter, and for the speed will be higher than your workpiece stainless steel thickness 8 millimeter. And also to show the 3000 watts for the different materials with different thickness. And we also have to show the different, like the 4000 watts and the 6000 watts.
Yes.
Also with different materials, different thickness for the different speed.
Yes. In a word, if our friends have different needs, we can provide any model to meet our different needs. Yes.
Yes, and the first part we have to introduce our laser cutting machine to every boards, and now we will to introduce for the application.
Yes.
Yes, for the laser cutting machine, we will to let you know what industry or what working you need to do use this machine.
Yes.
And for the application, we also have some. Oh, we also take some example.
Yes.
Yes, maybe
Like-
James can introduce for the application.
And the first like the mental processing and the furniture manufacturing. Another is agriculture, machinery manufacturing, and advertising.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Like the mental processing.
To do the plate.
Yes.
And for the mental processing, we also have the pipe or tubes. So for this the industry, if you do the mental processing, you provide the processing service. Maybe you need more all models you can choose, because the G series only to cut the plate, but
Yes.
for the M series can cut the pipe or tubes. So if you need to cut the plate or to cut the tubes, you can to choose our own models to meet your technical processing needs.
Yes. And like the furniture manufacturing, if sometime we need to cut the table, like need to cut a plate. If the plate have only like 4 mm and the materials like is stainless steel, we can recommend our friends to use the G series.
Yes, for the furniture manufacturing, we to do it to do the chair or to do the table or
Yes.
to do the bed or to do the cabinet. Maybe also can use the pipe or to cut the plate. So if you need the laser cutting machine to do the furniture manufacturing, we recommended you use the AM and the H or HM series.
Yes. And another is application industry is in agriculture equipment. Like the picture, sometimes we need to cut the pipe or tube. We can choose the M series. M series also can cut the plate.
Yes, for the agricultural equipment, mainly to use for the agricultural car, like the agricultural machinery.
Yes.
We can to see this machinery manufacturing to use the laser cutting machine, very popular. And for the car, maybe we also to recommended you use the AMHG series.
Yes.
Also can do the plate or do the tube also.
And another industry is like the advertising. All models could to use this machine, like the cutting plate or tube. Is very popular in this industry.
Yes, for the laser cutting machine, our how to say almost customers maybe do the advancing industry.
Yes.
Yes, and also have the mental processing.
Yes. This is some
Workpiece.
Yes.
Finished workpiece through like the aluminum, the 25. Yes, same workpiece through 25, the aluminum. The thickness about 20 millimeter. Yes, 20 millimeter. And for the tube,
Yes.
workpiece through. For this is from the videos we can see about the carbon steel.
And the symbol is craft or artistic.
Yes, for the tower.
Yes.
Yes, we also can see the tower parts. And also
Like the
Tiananmen Square.
Yes.
Maybe our boss also knows our capital Beijing,
Yes.
and in Beijing have the Beijing Tiananmen Square. So for here we also do the simple and with the carbon steel. The last one is a carbon steel Tiananmen Square model, and for here is a brass Tiananmen Square model.
Yes, and like also the dragon
Yes.
crafts be made in our laser cutting machine.
And also have some different workpiece like the brass shoe. And from these pictures we can see the different materials from here to there will be the carbon steel and the aluminum and the stainless steel and the brass.
Yes. By this part, we know the laser cutting machine can be used to more industry. And the next part, we can show our friends to introduce our strengths, like
Yeah, so,
factory.
In other words, is our ability.
Yes. First, we can introduce our factory introduction, and another is after sales service and the delivery.
Yes, for the laser cutting machine, how to choose one ability factory or ability or quality machine for the factory ability and for the service of the laser cutting machine is very important for to make a decision.
Yes.
Yes, so we will introduce our factory ability and our factory machining equipment.
Yes.
And our service, no matter the after sales service or our installation service, and for the delivery.
Yes, it's all important to make the decision. Like this part to introduce our factory. Our factory is have 120,000 square meters of modern manufacturing workshop. We have 3 workshops, and the
Yes.
first
First one.
Yes, the first is the machining workshop, and the second is the assembly workshop. The third is the finished product
Yes,
workshop.
from here we can see we have the 3 workshops. The first one we have the machining workshop, and the second one is our assembly workshop,
Yes.
and the last one is our finished product.
Yes. Also, our factory is located in Shandong Province, Jinan City. Our company occupies more than 120,000 square meters, just like I said, and has fixed assets of more than 200 million yuan, and has more than 70 middle and senior technical personnel, and more than 318 various technical personnel.
Yes, we can see from here our factory outside.
Yes.
And now we will to introduce our factory inside.
Yes.
Yeah, to let our boss to know our machining equipment and machining ability.
Yes. The first is tapering. Our factory has always strictly required all processing technicals to ensure the best equipment parts and finished equipment are shown to customers all over the world.
Yes.
We can look a video.
Yes.
This video shows this site our tapering.
Yes, from the video we can see the finished bed list
Yes.
bed, and in our factory now.
Okay.
We continue for the machining equipment,
Yes.
machining ability.
Yes. The next is short blasting. Yes. And the next is welding. By the picture, we can see the inside of our workshop welding site.
We can see this out the welding area, and from here, these photos, we can see our staff building now. And in this area, we have more than 45 engineers to do this job for the machine, this machine bed.
Yes.
Yes, to do this welding.
Yes. And this part is our milling site. We can see the work bed are working milling.
From the pictures boards, you can see our CNC gantry milling machine in our factory. And for this is our oven factory, oven machining equipment. We do the milling grinding for the machineless bed by ourselves. So for the machine bed and the quality, the stable, we can to ensure it.
Yes.
And we also have different CNC gantry milling machine, not only one set, and we can see the finished machine bed in the factory now.
Yes. And this video shows the milling and boring our to show the quality of the work. And this shows the screwing and drilling. We can see the worker is screwing on the machine base.
Yes, drilling and screwing.
Let's look at video.
This is the finished list bed.
Yes.
We can see the list beds have finished and on the factory inside now.
Yes. They also show our workshops inventory.
Mm-hmm.
And this is our worker install the laser cutting machine.
Yes, do the installation.
Yes, installation.
Also, all the machining equipment with the laser cutting machine.
Yes, this picture shows a symbol site in our factory. Yes, by this video we can see the a symbol site.
No, for the videos shoot is for our machining equipment. We also can see the finished beds and note of the finished from the video here. We can repeat the video again. From
Yes.
here, we can see the machine bed to do, and from here, this side, we can see the worker to do the welding now. Yes, not only the assembly side, we also can see from the workshop, we can see the welding area, and then to see the milling, and then after the welding, after the milling, grinding, shoot blast, cutting, and pinking, we also do the assembly side.
Yes. Yes, this also show our assembly site.
Yes, this is the finished part.
Yes.
From here, boss, this is our the machining area, and just shoot maybe 1 or 2 seconds will be our the assembly site.
Yes. Okay, this show our inventory ability, just like we talked. Whether the whether the half finished machine and the finished machine.
Yes, photos show. The videos also show the finished workpiece, the finished products, the laser cutting machine in our plant now. And have to see the second workshop, our the finished products. And for the G series, H series, AM and M or HM series, the laser cutting machine all in here. And for the laser cutting machine, we'll have different staff to ship it.
Yes. And the next is very important part is our after sales service. Our after sales service, the first is 24 hours online service. First is we have 26 English speaking engineer to provide 24 hours after sales service. The second is our engineer will be the first time to answer the question of our customers.
Yes, for the service of laser cutting machines, we have the how to say not see the perfect service, but we also can see if we can do this, no other can do better than us. And for the service, we have more than we have more than 26 engineers, and those engineers also can do English very well, say English very well, and they are online to provide the service, the after sales or installation service online, and to ensure our customers or every boss need the service to show.
Yes.
And the second, we will to make a group after we confirm the orders. How to say? For example, if you buy a basic, our machine basic model like the SEL 3015G series, we also will make a technical group on WeChat, and the engineer we also will invite them in the group to ensure to provide the service for you. And firstly, because for the corona this year and last year not have the good situation, our engineer cannot go out of China, cannot go to your factory to do the installation or to do the training or to do the service for you in your plant. So we will make the technical group on WeChat to provide you the online service, to do the installation, to do training, or to do any other service. So for the technical group, it's a very important thing. Maybe in the future also is a very important thing. We also can do the by video call to see the machine real situation.
Yes.
And from the pictures, we can to see the cases. For these cases is for our American customer.
Yes.
Yes. He bought the machine, and we do the technical service online for them.
This is our Mexico customer to buy a machine, so we can make a WhatsApp group just like Ireland side, we also can make a group on WeChat.
And from here, we can see these cases of our Mexico customers. The customers bought our little cutting machine, and for 3 sets.
Yes.
Yeah, for 3 sets, and we do the technical service on WeChat technical group for him.
Yes.
Yes, and we can see here, we'll have the smile and we'll have the great,
Respond.
yes, great response from him.
Yes.
So very, we are very perfect, or we are very confident for our technical service online.
Yes.
Yes, our engineer can say English, can speak English very well.
Yes.
And for the response speed, we'll have we cannot to say fast, because for the engineer see your questions, he will respond for you in time.
Yes. To be honest, it's very quickly. And this is our Italy customer. So we just like we talk, we will have at least 10 engineers to provide 24-hour online in the group.
Yes, for our Italy customers, we also to let them to know we have the online technical service. The Italy customer told us will be a very good thing, because for the situation we cannot go to their plant to do the training and to do the installation. So we to do the service online. Then they do the followers for the service. For the online service, the important thing is for our boss. You need to follow our engineer the step to do the work.
Yes.
Yes. If you follow us to do your work, will be more easy and will be more clear, be more fast to let the machine in your production. For these customers, our Italy customers, follow our engineer step, and to let them this machine into their production very fast. Maybe use half day. They have do all things and put it into their production.
And this our Canada customer.
Yes.
The customer bought basic series and the SAL3015G series.
And we can see here, this our engineer.
Yes.
Yes, we can see more than 15
Yes.
person in this technical group.
Yes. So if you have any question, we can to solve it in this group.
Yes, for the technical service, our engineer is very professional, and they have 3 trips. 24 hours can support you in time.
Yes. This is our Saudi Arabia, our customer. We also provide a group in WeChat.
Yes, from here we can see have more than 20 persons in the technical service group.
Yes. This our Angola, our customer.
Yes, for these customer cases, we have delivery to the machines.
Yes.
And we have provided the technical service for him now.
Yes. And in addition to provide the online service, we also have overseas after sales service team like in Mexico, Brazil, Canada, Russia, and so on. So and many other countries.
Yes.
like this, our warehouse in American.
Yes, for the warehouse, how to say the very large is for the American warehouse,
Yes.
and we also have the Germany warehouse.
Yes.
Today we will introduce for our warehouse in America.
Yes.
This one.
So if you in USA, if you need to buy accessories in the future, you can buy them directly from our USA warehouse. The delivery will be very fast, and the shipping cost is very cheap.
Yes, for the how to say for the warehouse of the American center.
Yes.
If you buy the little cutting machine from us, and one day if your little cutting machine have some problems, you need to buy more parts or buy more how to say company's parts. You
Yes.
can contact us. We will to let our American warehouse to send you the parts. Yes, if delivery or if ships parts from China will be used more time or will be the shipping cost will be high. But if shipping from America
Yes.
warehouse center, the shipping cost or the time will be reduced.
Yes.
Yes.
One more question, Aaron. If our friends need another little head, could he buy directly buy in our warehouse in America?
Your question is our customers need a little height.
Yes.
Could they buy from America?
Yes.
Yeah, for the little height, we need to check. We need to check in advance so that we will to deliver. And if the America have, we will to deliver it. But to be honest, if you need the little height or need the little cutting machines, we will to shipping it.
Yes.
Yeah, from China directly because we will be ensure the accuracy to ensure the stable.
Okay.
Yes, for the parts like the small parts or the company's parts, we will to shipping from here.
Yes. Okay. Got it. And this is our warehouse inside.
Yes, for the warehouse of America, they have we have ship parts the laser cutting machine to show in there.
Yes.
And we also have to how to say send some parts in their store.
Yes.
Yeah, to ensure the laser cutting machine our customers to use it in America.
Yes. And about the training, before delivery of equipment, the buyer must arrange one or two operators to our factory or showroom for a week of training. The specific time is subject to commutation by our customer service department, and during to equipment guarantee period, the buyer can also apply for another operator, one or two persons to our company for their training. Yes.
Yes, for the Gem side is in January is a good situation.
Yes.
Not the corona under the corona situation, but now for the training we also to do the online.
Yes.
Yes, for the best service and to save more time and to use it fastly is online.
Yeah.
Yes, we recommended to use it online first. Then, if the situation goes well or control it, we will to do it. Maybe to send the engineer to the customer plant.
Yes.
But also in America, we also have engineer in America, and also have the engineer in Middle East.
Yes.
If our customer need our engineer come to their plant to do installation or to do training, we also can arrange them to come to their plant.
Yes.
But under the corona situation, we not to recommend it.
Okay. And about the warranty, first is the warranty of laser source in 2 years, and the second, the warranty of the machine is 1 year. Makes spare parts, except for the consumable parts such as the focus lens, nodules, etc.
Yes, for the warranty, we are very confident
Yes.
of our laser cutting machines. So if you need the warranty, we can do it for you.
Yes.
But in general, is for the laser cutting machine, the whole machine is 1 year. But for the laser source, we can to do the 2 years for them.
Yes, and about the value-added service, equipment, software, and hardware upgrading service, final leasing service, delayed warranty service.
Yes, and one more thing we need to see, and for the consumable parts like the focus lens, nozzle.
Yes.
For like this, the parts not to include the warranty because it's the consumable parts. If you need, we can send you. If you not need, how to see? Yes, we also cannot to send it to you because this is a consumable parts. Yes.
Yes.
Not include the warranty.
But to be honest, our laser factory can see the top 3 in our country, but it must be in the top 10. So the quality of the machine and the service of the factory can surely guarantee for our friends.
Yes.
And this is our after sales and online put to faster service for our friend.
Yes, for our after sales service, we can to ensure the 20 hours.
Yes.
Yes, our engineer have the 3 trips. For after, as long as he or them
Yes.
see the messages that our boss or you sent to our engineer, they will reply to you in time.
Yes.
And for the 1 week, they will also to have some person to provide the service for you.
Yes. And this is also our after sales service introduction and faster service system.
Yes. For the 10 minutes quickly response and for the regular inspection and for the communication service.
Yes.
And for the shipping, the delivery,
Yes.
the package, the shipment.
Yes.
Yes, and for the laser cutting machine, we will to introduce more details like the laser cutting machine products.
Yes.
And for the application and for the ability like the service and
Yes.
factory machining equipment, machining ability. So if any questions, you can contact us in time. Yes, we will to provide you in the right solution and to let you know how to choose the right one.
Yes.
So maybe we will to introduce other machines next time.
Yes.
So see you later.
Bye bye.
Thanks so much for your pay attention
Yes.
to our live show.
这个关了。